everybody. We are going to start a new series today. We're going to see how this goes. I want to get back. I've been on a hiatus for a while. Um, and yeah, trying to get back into the groove of things here. So, welcome back to my channel. This is Breaking Hall. With our new series, we're on. I'm gonna slaughter the pronunciation. The Haut Doubs Forest. So there was a mod that came out like a week or two ago, I think it was, and it is an experience-based mod. So we're gonna be doing kind of a start from scratch series with this. So you can see we're starting with $102,000. That's the best I could get it with selling the starting equipment. But there is an experience-based system on this map, so yeah, let's go ahead and get into here. We are starting with about $100,000, no property, no vehicles, on hard mode. So we're gonna try to figure life out and get started. Um, all right, well we've loaded in onto a riverboat area. This is nice. So let's do a quick overview of the map. You can see where we're starting here in the middle. Got a couple NPCs nearby. What we got up here? What is this? I can't click it. A wagon builder. Animal dealers down here. We got a paper factory up in the mountains. Here's our vehicle shop and gas station. What we got over here? Maybe. We'll try that again. What is it? I don't want to visit it. Alright, so we got something down here. It's just hidden by the field number. Yeah, we can't get that one to load. Alright, so across the water, we got an NPC and a sawmill. Got a grain mill, a cement factory. Some kind of business, I think. Up here we got a farmhouse, which apparently we might own. I don't know. And then yeah, we don't own the land on it though. And some kind of drop point. I'm going to assume it's a silo. I think Field 19 buys all the roads also. Oh, we got a business up here. I don't like how this map creator. Oh, this is a dam. That's what it is. Put the locations right on the field button. Okay, so that's a dredging boat. Maybe we can come down here and click that other icon now that we couldn't click earlier. It's a playground, so that's buildable. Okay. All right, so we got $102,000. The experience-based system is right here. That's what the star is. So we're going to start out as a newcomer. We need 3,000 XP to level up. So as a newcomer, we have a max 120 horsepower. Harvesters max out at 300 horsepower. Max field is 2 acres. We cannot hire any helpers and we cannot take any loans. So the way we level up is by completing activities, which there is none in here currently. Yeah, so here's kind of Master Farmer. These are some tiers and stuff. But yeah. So I don't know. More than likely, we'll try to look into some of these fields. Like I said, we got 120. The shop's down here, though. Man, that for the equipment we're going to be able to afford, that will be a drive. So if we're looking at fields, looking at 34,000. Field 10 is 39. So yeah, we could buy a field. We can't buy any of these bigger fields. I mean, a grass field right now would be the best way to start. Another way we could always go into forestry in the very beginning. Because what we need to do is we got to figure out what we're doing and what equipment we're going to be using. That's going to be the big thing. I wish this would tell me what crops is in here easily, because I can never tell from the color. That looks like corn. Neon blue is green beans. We don't want green beans. At least none of those are carrots. We got a darky. Oh, those are oats. That's corn. What's bright yellow? Sunflower. Is that... Ooh, 13 would be perfect. That's a canola. Oh my gosh, it takes all our money though. So many. And then do we have, yes, we can do contracts. I have not set any ground rules for contracts yet. So I guess first things first, let's get off of this boat and let's get started. This is a really nice boat. What are they eating? Mmm, pasta and right. I'm thinking that's probably a collectible. I haven't decided if we're allowed to collect collectibles. It might not be a collectible. It's not. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. Let's get off this boat. Oh, it's a nice little beach area. There's like a volleyball court. Excuse me, sir. I was gonna go this way. So, vending machines and there's claw machines. Oh, penguins and some kind of weird animals. I don't know. Be cool if you could play those. That's like a water pump. Okay, it doesn't actually work though. Alright, so let's head on to the store. I think if I remember right, the store is, yep, we'll go down the road or down the beach here. Another option, I don't know if it works on this map. Highlands DLC is on this map, so we could always go about and do some fishing. Man, these houseboats are nice. There is a ferry that you have to use to get across, so I think there might be, you might be able to drive across the dam. There's a bridge down here, but the ferry is definitely right in the middle. Yeah, this place does not have very good infrastructure. Let's get up here and take a peek into the shop. Okay. And it definitely is just a shop, so where's the trigger? Oh, well, that's a real fancy shop. They got people working here? Hello, hello. Let's get into the shop, man. You guys got any good deals today? There's a car. Can I even buy cars? Yes, I can buy cars. They are not limited to horsepower. So let's just do this for an example. Let's go buy a medium tractor at 160 horsepower. As you can see, I cannot buy that because of my experience level. I don't think it says anywhere else on here, but yeah, it will not let you buy them. Now, I think you can. I don't know. I'd have to find one. Because I think if the tractor starts out below horsepower, so like this one, but then if I upgrade it to over, then I can't buy it. So yes, that does work. Too bad I really wish there was something useful in the shop. That's for a forage harvester. That's for a conveyor. Do these things have hitches on them? Because I mean, we might end up having to buy this just to transport our equipment. And then we got a corn and sunflower harvester. So I mean, is the corn and sunflowers ready, you think? Because let's see here, because there's a corn and a sunflower field. They are not ready to harvest yet, but we're talking about those oats. The oats and canola are both ready to harvest. So I mean, if we wanted to invest the money, can't buy the canola, we could do the oats. It's $51,000, and then we could instantly harvest. How much is a harvester? I think yeah, see, we can't even buy a harvester right now, guys. Because we're not leasing equipment, that's for sure. All right, so let's, if we can't afford land, which we might, I don't know, it might let us buy that. It's only 2.1 acres. I don't know what that is. That's a 1.5 acre field, so these should be fine. But yeah, we can't do anything with these fields up here. That is not gonna work. Is there any fields on this side? No. That's a very weird area. I guess we could always buy forest. Could we? Yeah, we could 56 and 69, so we could technically buy a forest here. What about on the other side of the river? Oh, 196, we can't do that. That's all the land. Too much, too much. Yeah, because we need to keep it small. So I mean, we could. Do we really want to buy all that land by the? I mean, this land at least is decent looking. So I think what we need to do is we need to purchase. I'm trying to think of where it is. We need a little trailer and something to haul wood in. Because we could always do a Can-Am. Put some logs in the back there, start making some money. What's the extension? Yes. Oh. So yeah, we could put some logs in there. Do we want to go that route, or do we want to get like this John Deere? Because this, I wonder if it would work with this, because we got a little log trailer, which I don't think we'll be able to use yet. And the Highlands Can-Am is cheaper. Do we want a snowplow on it too? I think it's $17,000. I think we end up going with this. I don't know if that log trailer will fit on here, but I think we'll start here. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to buy this Can-Am. This will be our first purchase of the series. It does not break any rules. It's 165 horsepower, so we're good there. So then we got that. Now we also need a chainsaw. I'm impartial to Husqvarna. I'm sorry, guys. There's no Stihl or John's, I can't even say it, or McCullough. We're going to do Husqvarna. There's no questioning. I thought about buying a fishing pole to see if it would work, and it's $150. I'm sure it'll pay for itself fairly quickly. So the other big question would be, I don't know what category it is, if we want a trailer for this tractor. Or tractor, I mean, side by side. I mean, we got, what does this thing go to? Oh, it goes to that truck. That might be a good purchase in the future. Put that in a deck on it. That'd be really nice. I think that's $30,000 there. We could transport vehicles and logs then. But we'll probably end up buying one of these utility trailers. I think these will hook up to the Can-Am. But that'll be a future me problem, or like one of these. This would probably be what we get. Little self-made trailer. Alright. So let's go. As soon as I find my way out of here. Ah, crickets. Or a cicada. I don't know what it is. They're loud. Well, where? Oh, there it is. There's my vehicle. What is over here? I feel like a... I don't even know what this is. Is that like a loading dock that's flooded? Like, I'm so confused. No idea. That makes this store seem really sketchy. Alright, let's make sure. Yep, we got our chainsaw. Alright. So, now we need to figure out which piece of land we're going to buy. Lift that snow plow up. That snow plow, the reason I got it, we probably won't plow a lot of snow, but it's the fact that it adds weight to the front for no cost. So I'm kind of being smart here. That one's too expensive. So do we want 56 or 55? 55 is right by the ocean. Tell you what, let's drive down here. We'll drive between the two of them and see which one is flatter or might be more useful in the future. So 56 is on the right, 55 is on the left. 56 levels out in the middle. 55 levels out down below also. I mean, I think they're both really good options. There's a lot of trees on both. I don't think we can go wrong. I think we'll start with 55. I don't know. How much? What's the price difference? 2.3 versus 2.8. It's a little bit cheaper. Let's start with 55. Just because we're at the point right now where we don't want to be wasting any money. Now the question is how are we going to get in here? I think we can drive down right here. I think this is our best bet. I'm hoping like this is part of my property right here, so then we can like terraform this to make it a little bit better. So yeah, I guess we'll get started, guys. Let's do a little bit of tree cutting here. We'll cut this way. My fear for this one was trees falling down the hill into the river. That's my fear. Alright, timber! Let's trim this tree up. This is a pretty big tree. I don't even see what species it was. Oh, it's a lodgepole. Lodgepole is my favorite pine tree on this game. Oh no, we went over into someone else's property. Alright, so we'll probably get yelled at saying like you can't cut this tree or whatnot. But we'll start down here. Start down here and try to do our best at cutting this. We do not have like any super strength mods or anything like that, so got to keep everything under 200 kilograms. Oh wow, I think we can go a little bit bigger. Guess the big question will be is what'll fit on our vehicle. Is it 200 kilograms we can carry? We might just buy a trailer right in the beginning, because like I said, the mill's kind of far away. Can I pick this one up? Oh yeah, 200. We got branches on here. Let's back our Can-Am up here. Open flaps. Alright, turn that thing off. I don't know how well this will work, so we're gonna give it a shot. I don't know how many trees we can hold, but maybe we do one run like this. Depending on how this run goes, then we look into a trailer. That's a lot of weight there. Maybe we might not be able to get out of here, guys. I think we can fit at least maybe 2 more off of this tree. Do these 2 in that short one, I'm thinking. Oof, that thing's squatting. She's squatting. Alright, but when we do our fasteners, it should, yeah, it got a little bit better. Let's see if we can get out of here without rolling this thing. This is like, in real life, I would not be driving a loaded side-by-side like this. This thing would have already flipped, guys. Alright. Our first load of wood. Heck yeah, let's go. We're going to... I think the ferry's the closest place to go to sell this. So yeah, we'll cross the ferry. Depending on how this goes, we may pick up a trailer on the way back. The thing is I don't think cutting trees counts towards experience, so this will not help us level up. How do you make the fairies go? There you go. Start fairy. There you go, we got a screenshot. Yeah, cause see, we've earned no experience. That's the frustrating part here. So cutting trees and stuff like that. Maybe selling lumber will count. I don't know. Yeah, we definitely need to figure out a better way to transport lumber. I think, I mean, do we buy that lizard truck with that deck on it? Or no, we'll just do a trailer for now, I'm thinking. Because we do need to buy a house still, so, or a tent, or whatever we can afford. We need to clear out a little place of the land. Eventually we'll have to figure out some way to get rid of tree stumps. Alright, we're here. Alright. The sawmill is up here and to our left, so... somewhere up here. We'll see what kind of money we can get out of this. It's really pretty trees or bushes right there. I like this. Let's go to third person just so we can see the view. The sawmill should be... whoa! Down here. Now how do we... how do we get trees in here? I don't understand. Alright, we're going to... because I'm not about to throw my trees in the water. Like, this trigger point out here makes no sense to me. What's over here? I mean, we don't bring trees up here. So I'm assuming if I'm near the water, maybe the trees will go. Let's see if they sell. Yep. Nice, $1,200. At least we know we don't have to drive all the way in the water. That would have been pretty scary. It's a nice little sawmill. I mean, we could always went to the paper factory or someplace like that, but I think, well, I mean, I guess we could look at pricing. We need to play smart because we don't have a lot of money. Let's go down here to wood. Alright, so if we're selling wood, yeah, the sawmill is still the best place to go. $1,000. I mean, the paper factory is not that bad, but I think it, depending on how far up in the woods it is, it may be a drive, so. Let's hurry back to the ferry. Let's get back across the river. And then we will go back to the shop and get us a little trailer, I think. Alright, back across we go. Now, let's browse the shop while we're waiting. Because That truck's not in here. Is it under trucks? Yeah, there it is. Forward. Okay, so those are different. I don't like vehicles that have all these options. I get it, a lot of people like this stuff, but like I don't. And then it can come with several different attachments. So like a tank, a grain. I would buy this because I think we could put some logs on there. So that cost for all that would be pretty penny. So we're talking 24 for the 24.5. Yep, so we don't have enough. So we will have to buy a trailer for now. Alright, back to the shop. We're gonna purchase that trailer. Alright. I think we need to go with this one just because, I mean, how much are these trailers? See, I don't know if I can hook to these though. Because, I mean, I'd like to have the bigger one, but at least I'm pretty sure this one, I can see the ball hitch on it, so I know I can do that one. I mean, you could change it too, so. Let's go black. Design color. I want it like a brown. A little bit darker. Rims, of course, a black. There we go. Now we got a little trailer. Perfect. So let's get back up here to our area. I don't know if we'll ever transport logs in the back of the Can-Am anymore. Go down here slow. Circle around here. There's that stump. I mean, if we need it, I'll open up the back. But I don't think we will. But now we can also take longer logs. Maybe if this thing will quit spinning. Let's see here. Let's trying to get it where it needs to be. There we go. Now we gotta figure out what's going on with this guy. I'm hoping this thing will keep letting me cut it, even if it does technically go off my land here soon. Or maybe it'll end up rolling down to where it stays on my land. We're doing a good job cutting these, though. We'll give myself credit on that. And there's a couple more trees ready. Kind of throw them down the hill here. I think we lucked out and this tree is going to be like right on the property line. Let's try and get all these logs down there so they're closer and I don't have as far to walk. Okay, this is the last one. Alright. Let's get this guy loaded. Oh no, this one's got twigs on it. It's not good, but I mean, it's not bad. I think, yeah, this will fill up the trailer. That's the bad thing. Unless I try to stack it really weird, or it's very unrealistic, this is going to fill it. Yeah, we're going to stick this one on the edge, I think. I mean, this is a lot of weight, too, so we might not be able to transport it. Yeah. Go, a nice little load of wood there. I think we're going to cut down this one. Yeah, we'll cut this one down real quick. And just so that we can fill the back of the Can-Am. And then we'll probably... call this done. So as soon as we sell this, this will be the end of our first episode. At least that's what I'm wanting. Yeah, let's cut like, what is it? A couple sections like this. I think 5 altogether. That's what I can hold. Three. And 5. Is there a train on this map? I just heard a train. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's no train on this map that I remember looking over the map with you guys. Let's get these last 2 logs. Uh-oh. And we'll get this last one. Alright, so our first trip was like $1,200. So I'm kind of curious how our second trip will be. There we go. Everything's all latched in. I hope we can get out of here. There we go. Perfect. Now, see, these are the kind of maps and series I like. I like starting from scratch. I don't know how I'm going to like this XP series, or experience-based series, though, so we'll have to see how that goes. So far, things are going good on this map. Trying to... There we go. It would not let me start the ferry. Alright, so as soon as we get over here, I know the whole day's not complete yet, but I want to try to limit episodes to 30 minutes or less. Right now we're a little beyond that, just because we had a little bit of the intro, we had to get into it. I think episode 2 will have a lot of time jumps in it. We're going to probably jump around a lot, just because watching me cut wood over and over again, going to get monotonous, and forestry, especially at this level, does not record well. It comes really janky and hard to follow. It could give you motion sickness too a little bit. I think right now what our next goal will be is either buy that lizard truck or a little skid steer, like a bobcat or something, because we need some way to move bigger logs. We also need a way to get rid of the stumps. We can't move on to preparing the ground and planting crops until we have the tree stumps removed, so clearing all this land isn't going to get us very far. So yeah, let's go sell these logs. Let's try to sell both at the same time. Yeah, we are struggling a little bit on this hill here, but I think that's because... Oh! My snowplow's down. Don't know how that happened. Almost closed the rear flaps and caused a big mess. So I think we're going to try to skirt by on the edge of the water here. I don't know how far this sail trigger goes, so I don't want to necessarily crash in the water, but I want to kind of have us all in the water, because I think that'll work. I think those will be considered in the trigger, I hope. Let's see what happens. Don't mind us. We're just here to sell our lumber. $4,500. Heck yeah. That's pretty good. So, $4,500 in lumber. We're up to $30,000 now. Before we finish this episode, let's save and do a quick browse here in the skid steer category. So there is a New Holland for 35, and then there's this one Weight's 5.9, 145. So yeah, this one is modded. Um, I mean, I would like crawler tracks, but for another $20,000, I don't think I need them. So yeah, 25,000 for this. 12,000 for the stump grinder. I do not like this stump grinder. We'll use the Dipper Fox. And then if we wanted a log forks, another two. So yeah, we could do pretty good with this. So that would be our goal. I think we need to do one more load of, no, maybe, nope, we need to do like two more loads of trees. So when we come back next time, guys, we'll get through the trees. We'll get us a little bobcat skid steer, a stump grinder, a stump fork, and I think we'll start making a lot of money then. So this has been Breaking Hall. Thank you guys for being here, and I will catch you on the next episode. See you then.